All right, I'm back from church. Got everything kind of cleaned up, everybody settled in, and now I'm gonna start getting my equipment out because guess what? Today's the day I'm painting that head of that cabinet. Getting everything out and ready. I took, I need a gauge, so I've got this gauge off of my other gun I'm gonna put on this one. And then already has the connector. I've got a brand new hose, obviously the brand new compressor, and I'm going to put, I've got a desiccant type water and oil removal system that I'm going to try to see about putting in place today too before I start. So right now is going to be all about the prep work and feeding Miss Carmela. What's the matter, Mama? What's the matter? Really? Okay. I'll fix you up in a minute. All right, so let me keep going with all this because apparently somebody wants my attention. All right, before I spray this, I'm gonna wash this again. I've seen this one multiple times. Let me screw it over here. I want to give Kevin his due here because this guy knows paint. He knows how to paint, and he's a fantastic teacher. I think that's the really neat part is he teaches it so well. And so he teaches here how to set up your gun, how to spray, what all the little settings mean. I mean, I've learned so much from this guy. So I would highly recommend if you want to start using these spray guns like this to watch this video, and it'll sure get you started on the right track. Let's take a look in here. Yeah, about 5-6 minutes. All right, you can see residue of clear coat, I suppose. We're gonna zip all these up probably. I don't want any trash getting in here. Zoom out a little bit. All right, it's got a place you can hang some stuff. My brother's, the wing off his Mustang, we hung that off of there. And actually I hung the apron for Roadshow, and for Gilligan I hung off of these too when I sprayed them. But this is only the head today. That's all we're concentrating on is getting that head done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this tent ready, which is almost there. I just need to zip these up. I wanna close it in as much as possible. And then I wanna set up a fan or two to try to draw air out. Maybe one blowing air in, one blowing air out. There we go. Unfortunately up here it's not waterproof unless I want to put a canopy over it, which you can do. In fact, when I bought it, I think it may have came with the canopy. I don't remember. Or that was something I had to buy extra. But this is I think it's an 8-person tent. And so it's pretty big. I mean, I could put the body, which I will actually, if I don't buy the inflatable one between now and doing the final clear on the Star Trek cabinet, I'll be doing it in here. So I'll have the cabinet here, head here, and I'll just have to be careful walking around it, but there's room. Here it is. Tons of mess later. Trying to decide if I want to add a little more to it. I think I will. All right, let's see what we got so far. This is coat 1. Kind of make out the blue a little bit of that pearl. I used 12 ounces, 6 of the inner coat, 6 of the reducer, because it's 1-to-1 mix. And I put in 2. I use a quarter teaspoons. I put 2 of those in there, color-wise. I gotta give it 15 minutes to flash, then we're gonna hit it again. And I'm probably gonna end up looking at it, 3 coats, maybe 3 will do the trick. All right, as you can see, it's dark, so I ran out of time. I hadn't even put the clear coat on it yet, but I did get the blue done, the blue pearl. Let me put the light on here. Hang on one second. All right, so here it is. Here's the blue. I wanted it to kind of look like space and pearl. In person, maybe it's not as bright as that, but it's kind of, I mean, really it is what I was looking for. See the pearl all in it? I may have probably went a hair more blue than I was wanting. All right, here we go. Stay out my mask on because it smells in here, but I've got 2 layers of clear. First one wasn't right, so what do you expect? I freaking messed that one up. I did the wrong proportions of activator and clear. So I'm probably gonna put at least one more good coat. In fact, I think probably one more good solid coat should do the trick. All right, well, I'll talk loud because I'm still wearing my mask because I can still smell this stuff. Woo, what more of a fiasco than a nightmare, but man. So I've got the Urachem Clear. I used the Glamour on it, and which turned out really nice. And then I used this, Auto Paint HQ inner coat with that No-Con Blue with eye candy pigment. I tell you what, this little light right here from Harbor Freight, and this Harbor Freight gun. Now the gun, it sprayed good, but I'm having trouble figuring out the air thing. I never could get the air quite right, but it still worked out, but I think it could have sprayed better. I'm not real happy with that part. I put tape over the LEDs to keep them from getting damaged from the clear so I can peel that off. But at any rate, whew, I mean, the system worked good, the system from Harbor Freight. All right, everything's put away, done for the night. Man, this was a long deal, but look at the color. Whew, man, that was a 5-6 hour ordeal. 6 hours by the time I actually started getting things out to the time I actually was finished right now, done. All right, here's the next day. And then come by, we're gonna do a good look over. This is pretty much the color we were going for. We wanted it to be, obviously you get into the light and you can see the blue pretty powerfully. But if you back off, it kind of looks like a midnight blue, kind of dark with that pearl. Kind of gives it outer space, kind of a space kind of a feeling. Now, unfortunately, this still has a lot of work to go because I've got to get the stencils on the side. I've got to then paint all that. And like, I ain't worried about like some of this right here because it was late at night when I did this. It was dark. I got some orange peel and stuff, but it won't matter because all this is going to get a light sanding and then more clear over it.